step-by-step plan to handle and get over regrets. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. Allow yourself to feel the regret without judgment. Recognize the emotions involved: sadness, guilt, disappointment. 2. Identify the regret clearly. Define specifically what you regret. Understand why it bothers you and what you wish had been different. 3. Reflect on the experience. Explore what you learned from the situation. Consider how it has contributed to your growth or understanding. 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, it's part of being human. 5. Accept what you cannot change. Accept the past and recognize that you cannot alter what has already happened. Focus on what is within your control now. 6. Reframe your perspective. View the regret as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I do differently moving forward? 7. Make amends or take constructive action. If possible, apologize or make amends to others involved. Set new goals or commitments to improve future outcomes. 8. Let go and forgive yourself. Practice forgiveness for yourself. Use mindfulness or meditation techniques to release lingering negative feelings. 9. Focus on the present and future. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Create a plan for future actions aligned with your values. 10. Seek support if needed. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist. Sometimes, sharing your feelings can provide relief and perspective. Step 1. Acknowledge your feelings. Recognize and accept your feelings of regret without judgment. Allow yourself to feel regret fully instead of suppressing it. Step 2. Identify the source. Clearly define what you regret and why. Understand the specific actions or decisions that led to these feelings. Step 3. Learn from the experience. Reflect on what the situation has taught you. Identify any patterns or behaviors you want to change. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and forgiving to yourself. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, it's part of being human. Step 5. Take responsibility and make amends. If applicable, apologize or make amends to those affected. Accept responsibility without excessive self-blame. Step 6. Focus on the present and future. Shift your attention from the past to what you can do now. Set new goals and intentions moving forward. Step 7. Let go of the past. Use mindfulness or meditation techniques to release lingering guilt. Remind yourself that dwelling on regrets hinders growth. Step 8. Take positive action. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Work on personal development or new skills to boost confidence. Step 9. Seek support if needed. Talk to trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional. Sometimes, external perspectives can offer clarity and relief. Step 10. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you are grateful for today. Cultivating gratitude helps shift your mindset toward positivity. Here's a step-by-step plan to help you handle and get over regrets. Acknowledge your regrets. Accept that you have regrets and that it's okay to feel this way. Suppressing these feelings can be counterproductive. Identify the root cause. Pinpoint the specific events or decisions that are causing your regret. Understand what led to these regrets and why they are impacting you. Reframe your perspective. Look at your regrets from a different angle. Consider what you learned from these experiences and how they have shaped you. Focus on the positive outcomes or lessons learned. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Everyone makes mistakes and has regrets. Treat yourself with the same understanding and compassion you would offer to a friend. Write it down. Journal about your regrets. Writing can help you process your emotions and gain clarity. You might also consider writing a letter to yourself, acknowledging your regrets and offering words of encouragement. Seek support. Talk to trusted friends, family, or a therapist about your regrets. Sometimes, an outside perspective can provide valuable insight and comfort. Focus on the present. While it's important to acknowledge your regrets, try not to dwell on the past. Practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Set new goals. Use your regrets as motivation to set new goals and make positive changes in your life. Channel your energy into achieving something meaningful. Forgive yourself. Let go of any self-blame or guilt. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and move forward. Remember that holding on to regret can prevent you from growing and experiencing happiness. Practice gratitude. Regularly reflect on the things you are grateful for. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can help shift your mindset and reduce the impact of regrets. Learn and grow. View your regrets as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself what you can learn from these experiences and how you can apply these lessons to your future decisions. Take action. If there are any regrets that involve unresolved issues, consider taking steps to address them. This could mean reaching out to someone, making amends, or taking action to correct a past mistake. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate the steps you take towards overcoming your regrets. Recognize your efforts and the positive changes you are making. Maintain a balanced view. Remember that regrets are a natural part of life and do not define you. Maintain a balanced view of your past, present, and future, and focus on creating a fulfilling life moving forward. Step-by-step plan to handle and overcome regrets. Step 1. Acknowledge the regret. Description: recognize and accept that you are experiencing regret. Name the specific event or decision causing the feeling without judgment. Action: write down or verbally articulate the regret, e.g., I regret not taking that job opportunity. This helps externalize the emotion and makes it easier to process. Why it works: acknowledging regret reduces its emotional weight and prevents suppression, which can lead to prolonged distress. Step 2. Reflect on the cause. Description: explore why the regret exists. Was it a missed opportunity, a mistake, or an outcome you couldn't control? Action: journal or think through questions like: what led to this decision or action? What were my intentions at the time? What factors were outside my control? Why it works: understanding the context of the regret helps separate what you could have influenced from what was inevitable, reducing self-blame. Step 3. Reframe the experience. Description: shift your perspective to view the regret as a learning opportunity rather than a failure. Action: ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How has this shaped me positively? Could this lead to better decisions in the future? Example: instead of, I failed by not speaking up, reframe as, I learned the importance of voicing my opinion. Why it works: reframing reduces negative self-talk and fosters resilience by focusing on growth. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. Description: treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend who made a similar mistake. Action: use affirmations like, I did the best I could with what I knew then, or practice mindfulness meditation to stay present and avoid ruminating. Why it works: self-compassion lowers guilt and shame, creating space for emotional healing. Step 5. Take action, if possible. Description: determine if there's a way to address the regret directly or make amends. Action: if applicable, take corrective steps, e.g., apologizing, trying again, or pursuing a similar opportunity. If the regret is unchangeable, focus on actionable goals that align with your values now. Why it works: action restores a sense of agency and prevents feeling stuck in the past. Step 6. Let go through ritual or closure. Description: create a symbolic act to release the regret and move forward. Action: write the regret on paper and burn or tear it up. Meditate on releasing the emotion, visualizing it leaving your body. Engage in a positive activity, e.g., volunteering, to shift focus. Why it works: rituals provide emotional closure, signaling to your brain that it's time to move on. Step 7. Focus on the present and future. Description: redirect your energy toward current goals and opportunities. Action: Set one small, achievable goal for today, e.g., I'll spend 10 minutes learning a new skill. Practice gratitude by listing 3 things you're thankful for now. Why it works: shifting focus to the present prevents rumination and builds a positive outlook. Step 8. Seek support if needed. Description: if regret feels overwhelming, reach out to trusted individuals or professionals. Action: talk to a friend, family member, or therapist about your feelings. Join a support group or online community to share experiences. Why it works: external perspectives can provide clarity, validation, and new coping strategies. Maintenance tips: practice regularly. Revisit self-compassion and gratitude exercises weekly to maintain emotional resilience. Monitor triggers. Notice when regret resurfaces and repeat relevant steps, e.g., reframing or closure rituals. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge small wins in letting go of regret to reinforce positive change. Regret is a universal human emotion, a painful acknowledgement of a past event or decision we wish we had handled differently. While it can be a heavy burden, it also presents an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Here is a step-by-step plan to help you handle and get over regrets. Step 1. Acknowledge and accept your feelings. The first step to overcoming regret is to acknowledge its presence without judgment. It's a natural emotional response to reflect on past actions and decisions. Ignoring or suppressing feelings of regret can give them more power over you. Allow yourself to feel. Give yourself permission to experience the emotion of regret fully. Observe the physical sensations and thoughts that accompany it without trying to change them immediately. Name the emotion. Instead of a vague feeling of badness, identify the specific emotion as regret. This simple act of naming can create emotional distance and clarity. Step 2. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness. It's easy to fall into a cycle of self-criticism when dealing with regret. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding is crucial for healing. Be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that making mistakes is a part of being human. Talk to yourself as you would a supportive friend who made a similar mistake. Forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness involves separating your actions from your identity as a person. Acknowledge the decision you regret, offer yourself compassion, and allow yourself to grieve any associated loss. Step 3. Reframe your perspective with cognitive restructuring. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, offers effective techniques for managing obsessive thoughts about regrets. One key method is cognitive restructuring, which involves challenging and changing negative thought patterns. Challenge negative thoughts. Question the evidence for your regretful thoughts. Are you taking on too much blame? Consider the circumstances and the knowledge you had at the time. Focus on lessons learned. Instead of dwelling on the mistake, shift your focus to what you can learn from the experience. Ask yourself what this regret can teach you that will guide you in a positive direction. Create a positive narrative. Reframe your life story not as a series of missed opportunities, but as a journey of growth and resilience. Embrace the idea that your experiences, including regrets, have shaped who you are today. Step 4. Practice mindfulness and stay present. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for managing regret by helping you focus on the present moment without judgment. Mindful observation. When thoughts of regret arise, observe them as passing clouds in your mind without getting emotionally attached. Grounding techniques. Engage your senses to bring your attention to the here and now. Focus on your breath, the feeling of your feet on the ground, or the details of an object in front of you. Step 5. Take action and move forward. Transforming regret into positive action is a key step in moving on. Make amends if possible. If your regret involves hurting someone else, a sincere apology can be a powerful step toward healing for both of you. If you can't apologize directly, consider making amends by helping others in similar situations. Set new goals. Create a plan for the future. Setting new personal or professional goals can help you shift your focus from the past to the future and regain a sense of control. Engage in meaningful activities. Re-engage with hobbies and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. This can help shift your focus away from past regrets. Step 6. Seek support. You don't have to go through this process alone. Talk to someone you trust. sharing your feelings with a supportive friend or family member can provide comfort and perspective. Consider professional help. If regret is significantly impacting your daily life and well-being, a mental health professional can provide tailored strategies to help you cope. Therapies like CBT can be particularly effective in disrupting negative thought patterns associated with regret. By following these steps, you can learn to handle regrets in a healthy way, transforming them from sources of pain into catalysts for personal growth and a more fulfilling future. Step-by-step plan to handle and overcome regret. Step 1. Acknowledge the regret honestly. Action. Sit with the feeling. Identify the specific choice, action, or inaction that led to the regret. Why? Avoiding or denying regret only makes it linger. Naming it gives you control over it. Step 2. Separate emotion from the event. Action. Write down what happened, including what was in your control and what wasn't. Why? Regret often inflates your responsibility. Objectivity helps restore balance. Step 3. Identify what you've learned. Action. List out lessons you've gained, e.g., better boundaries, clearer values, decision-making skills. Why? If you learn from it, the regret can become a turning point, not a life sentence. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. Action. Speak to yourself the way you'd comfort a friend in the same situation. Use phrases like, "I was doing the best I could with what I knew then." Why? Shame blocks growth. Compassion opens the door to healing. Step 5. Make amends, if possible. Action. If your regret involves others, consider apologizing, clarifying, or repairing the damage. Why? Closure is often found in reconciliation, even if it's one-sided. Step 6. Take corrective action for the future. Action. Ask, what can I do differently next time, and create a small, actionable plan to respond differently in similar situations. Why? You regain a sense of agency by showing yourself that you can grow and evolve. Step 7. Let it go, actively. Action. Create a ritual, write the regret on paper and burn/shred it. Or declare it verbally, "I release this regret now." Why? Letting go is not passive, it's an act of will. Rituals reinforce release. Step 8. Focus on the present and what you can control. Action. Shift your attention to current goals, actions, and relationships. Practice mindfulness or journaling. Why? Regret lives in the past. Your power lives in the present. Step 9. Talk to someone if it's persistent. Action. If the regret is paralyzing, talk to a therapist, coach, or trusted person. Why? Regret, when chronic, can lead to depression or anxiety. Don't carry it alone. Step 10. Repeat the process when needed. Action. Regret may revisit. Use this process as a guide each time. Why? Growth isn't linear. Revisiting the process builds emotional resilience. A step-by-step plan to handle and get over regrets involves self-reflection, acceptance, learning, action, and self-compassion. Here's a structured approach based on expert guidance. Acknowledge and accept the regret. Recognize your feelings of regret without suppressing or denying them. Accept that everyone makes mistakes and that regret is a universal human emotion. Name your emotions, talk to someone you trust or journal about what you're experiencing. This can bring clarity and reduce the emotional weight. Reflect on the situation. Take time to understand what happened and why you feel regret. Ask yourself guiding questions. Could I have acted differently, given what I knew at the time? What factors, internal or external, contributed to my decision? What did I do right, or what can I be grateful for in this situation? What have I learned from this experience? Use journaling, mindfulness, or therapy to process your thoughts and emotions. Learn from the experience. Identify lessons and insights from the regretful event. Consider how this experience can guide your future choices and help you grow. Avoid idealizing the what-ifs, recognize that alternative paths also have their own challenges. Make amends or take corrective action, if possible. If your regret involves hurting someone or a missed opportunity, take steps to make amends or rectify the situation. Apologize sincerely or take action to address the consequences. If direct action isn't possible, find symbolic ways to seek closure, such as writing an unsent letter or performing a meaningful gesture. Forgive yourself. Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that making mistakes is part of being human and that you are worthy of forgiveness and growth. Use self-soothing talk and affirmations to counter self-blame and shame. Shift focus to the present and future. Let go of ruminating on the past. Focus on living in the present and making choices aligned with your current values and goals. Set new intentions or goals based on what you've learned, and take proactive steps to create positive change in your life. Seek support if needed. If regret feels overwhelming or persistent, consider reaching out to a therapist or counselor for additional support and guidance. By following these steps, you can transform regret from a source of pain into an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Here's a comprehensive step-by-step plan for handling and overcoming regrets. Step 1. Acknowledge and accept the regret. Allow yourself to fully feel the regret without judgment. Recognize that regret is a normal human emotion that signals you care about your choices and their outcomes. Don't try to suppress or dismiss these feelings immediately. Step 2. Examine the regret objectively. Take time to understand what specifically you regret. Write down the situation, your actions, and the consequences. Ask yourself, what exactly am I regretting? Was this truly within my control? What were the circumstances that led to this decision? Step 3. Challenge distorted thinking. Look for cognitive distortions that might be amplifying your regret. Common ones include all-or-nothing thinking, I completely ruined everything, catastrophizing, this will haunt me forever, or hindsight bias, believing you should have known better with the information you had at the time. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd show a good friend facing similar regret. Recognize that making mistakes is part of being human. Use gentle self-talk and remind yourself that you made the best decision you could with the information and emotional state you had at the time. Step 5. Focus on what you can control. Clearly distinguish between what you can and cannot control. You cannot change the past, but you can influence how you respond to it and what you do moving forward. Channel your energy into actionable steps rather than ruminating on unchangeable events. Step 6. Extract the lessons. Transform your regret into wisdom by identifying specific lessons learned. Ask yourself, what would I do differently? What values or priorities does this experience clarify for me? How can this experience inform better future decisions? Step 7. Make amends when possible. If your regret involves harm to others, consider appropriate ways to make amends. This might include sincere apologies, changed behavior, or actions that demonstrate your commitment to doing better. However, respect others' boundaries if they're not ready to engage. Step 8. Take constructive action. Use your regret as motivation for positive change. This could involve developing new skills, changing habits, setting boundaries, or pursuing opportunities that align with your values. Channel the emotional energy of regret into purposeful action. Step 9. Practice mindfulness and present moment awareness. When regretful thoughts arise, notice them without getting caught up in the mental spiral. Use mindfulness techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or grounding exercises to bring yourself back to the present moment where you have actual agency. Step 10. Build a support system. Share your feelings with trusted friends, family, or a therapist. Sometimes talking through regrets with others can provide new perspectives and emotional relief. Don't isolate yourself in your regret. Step 11. Reframe your narrative. Work on integrating this experience into your life story in a way that emphasizes growth and resilience rather than failure. View yourself as someone who learns from mistakes rather than someone defined by them. Step 12. Practice gratitude and acceptance. Cultivate gratitude for the positive aspects of your life and the growth that came from difficult experiences. Practice accepting that some degree of regret is inevitable in a life fully lived, and that perfect decisions are impossible. Step 13. Be patient with the process. Understand that overcoming significant regrets takes time. There may be setbacks where the regret feels fresh again. This is normal. Be patient with yourself and trust that the intensity will diminish with consistent practice of these steps. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all regret from your life, but to develop a healthy relationship with it that allows you to learn, grow, and move forward with greater wisdom and self-compassion.